You know that simple web browser you use every single day? The one that feels like it hasn't really changed in years? Well, it's right in the middle of a massive, and I mean massive transformation. And the engine behind all this? You guessed it, artificial intelligence.
And look, this isn't just another software update with a few new buttons. We are talking about a fundamental, ground-up shift in how we're all going to interact with the web itself. What was once just a passive window is becoming an active assistant, and it's happening right now. So, here's what we're going to break down. First, what it means for your browser to get a brain. Then we'll look at the new AI browser wars heating up. We'll peek under the hood to see how it all works, talk about the price of all this convenience, and finally, look ahead to what's being called an agentic future.
All right, let's dive right into the good stuff, the promise. Google is plugging its Gemini AI directly into Chrome, and it's giving the browser some seriously powerful new skills.
So what does an AI-powered browser actually do for you? Well, think of it like a partner. It can be your co-writer, right there in any text box on any website. It can finally tackle that chaos of 100 open tabs, organizing them for you. And get this, it can even be your research assistant, finding that one page you know you saw but can't remember the name of. You just describe it, and it finds it. It's all about saving you time and, let's be honest, a lot of mental energy.
Let's make this super concrete. Say you need to respond to an invite. You just right-click, hit Help Me Write, and tell it what to say. Then you can tweak the tone, make it more formal, maybe a little shorter, and boom, click Insert. It's like having an AI ghostwriter built into every single website you visit.
And this really shows how deeply contextual this AI can be. In Google's own demo, it's giving someone advice on a victory pose while they're reading an article about victory poses. So you see, the AI isn't just some chatbot stuck in a sidebar. It's an assistant that actually understands the page you're looking at.
But of course, Google isn't doing this in a vacuum. Nope, this move is kicking off a brand new high-stakes battle for control of the front door to the internet, the browser itself.
The two heavyweights here are, you guessed it, Google and Microsoft, and each one is playing to their strengths. Google is weaving Gemini into everything you already use, search, workspace, you name it. Microsoft, on the other hand, is leveraging its absolute dominance in the workplace, connecting its Copilot AI to all your documents, emails, and meetings inside Microsoft 365.
And when you put them head-to-head, you really see their different philosophies. Gemini is amazing at deep research and creating visual data. Copilot is laser-focused on your productivity, giving you real-time help in Word or summarizing that meeting you missed. It's a classic ecosystem battle, really. Which AI are you going to live your life in?
But hold on, it is not just a two-horse race, not by a long shot. OpenAI is apparently building its own browser for its operator agent. And at the same time, you've got these really innovative startups like Perplexity and the browser company that are already shipping browsers with next-level AI, really pushing the envelope of what's possible.
Okay, so that brings up a pretty big question. How in the world are they running these incredibly powerful AI models right inside a browser without grinding your entire computer to a halt? Well, the answer is actually pretty clever.
The secret sauce is a technology called WebLLM. Think of it as a framework that lets these massive AI models run directly on your computer inside the browser. And the benefits are huge. We're talking much faster responses for certain tasks and, importantly, better privacy because your data doesn't always have to be sent to the cloud.
And Google is not keeping this tech locked up. They are releasing a whole suite of new tools, what developers call APIs, for anyone building websites. A writer API, a summarizer API, even a translator API that runs locally on your machine. This is a massive signal that pretty soon, tons of websites and web apps are going to have these kinds of AI features baked right in, powered by the browser itself.
And the raw horsepower for all this comes from two other key technologies, WebGPU and WebAssembly. You can just think of these as the engine, the things that give web pages secure access to the high-performance hardware in your computer, like your graphics card, so they can run these complex AI calculations without breaking a sweat.
Okay, but now we have to make a pretty critical turn here, because all of this amazing convenience, this incredible new power, it comes with some very serious questions and some very real risks.
Yeah, because with this much convenience, let's be real, there's always a trade-off. There's always a catch.
And this quote from a user on Hacker News it hits the nail on the head. It gets right to the heart of the biggest concern we all have, privacy. I mean, think about it. What happens when you use these AI features on a page with sensitive information? Your bank account, a mortgage application, your private emails, Where does that data go?
Well, the answer comes straight from Google's own policy. It says, flat out, that when you use Gemini and Chrome, the content of the page and its URL are sent to Google, by default. Now they're being upfront about it, but the implication is massive. Your browsing is being processed in the cloud. And beyond just privacy, there's a whole new type of security threat we need to worry about. It's called prompt injection. This is where a hacker hides malicious instructions inside a normal-looking web page. So when the AI in your browser reads that page to summarize it for you, it gets tricked into running those hidden commands. And those commands could do anything from stealing your data to taking actions on your behalf.
So here's how that works. An AI agent basically has 3 steps. It perceives the world by reading a web page, it reasons about what it should do, and then it takes action. A prompt injection attack hijacks that very first step. By feeding the AI malicious data during that perception phase, an attacker can totally corrupt the entire decision-making process that follows. It's a fundamental vulnerability.
So, where is all of this going? All these new features, this intense competition, these scary new risks, they're all pointing in one clear direction. We are heading towards a future where your browser doesn't just show you things, it actively does things for you.
This quote from Stark Insider just captures it perfectly. The browser is evolving from a passive window into an active participant. It's becoming a true co-pilot for your entire digital life.
This is what people are calling the era of the agentic browser. It's an AI that you can actually delegate tasks to. Imagine just telling your browser, hey, find and book the best deal on a flight to Tokyo for next month. Or compare these 3 laptops across 5 different review sites and just make me a table. That is the incredible promise of this technology.
But it leaves us with one final and really crucial question. As we hand over more and more of our tasks, our decisions, our digital actions to these incredibly powerful AI agents living in our browsers, who is truly in control? The convenience is going to be undeniable, but the price of that convenience might just be our own agency. And that is a trade-off we're all going to have to start thinking about very, very soon.